everyone, welcome back to another TFT Galaxy podcast. We're on episode 23, where we high press on the news and the tactics of the club we love, the LA Galaxy. Today we're covering our road loss to Colorado, our 3-0 win versus Mount Pleasant in Champions Cup, previewing our upcoming matches, and taking a look at some other general Galaxy news. I'm Eric.
I'm Chris.
How we doing?
Mixed emotions.
Mixed emotions.
Mixed emotions on this one.
I don't know if I have very many mixed emotions actually right now.
Okay.
I have one. Well, I don't know.
We'll talk about my mixed emotions and why yours are not mixed. I'm just curious. So we'll go from there.
Let's get right into it. So we played at Colorado.
We did.
And things didn't go so well.
Not even a little bit.
4-1 loss. Our starting lineup looks like that. It's Mitrovic, Glesnes, Yoshida in the middle, Yamane, Aude on the outsides, Surreal, Winder, Royce in the middle three, Paintsel, Pec on the wings, and Klaus up top. Pretty much what you would expect, except you and I did not want Royce in there. We wanted to run it back and keep that same lineup, which would have put Sanabria there instead of Royce at the beginning. But besides that, it was the lineup we kind of expected. And we did even talk about the fact that they might put Royce in there. So kind of what we expected.
Yeah, and we said last week that we wanted them to run it back, run it until it doesn't work. And the second the lineup came out, I saw it, and I texted you, and I said, they messed with it.
I wonder, if it's not possible, but I wonder if we saw it at the same time, Chris. Like at the same time, and we both had that same thought, like, oh, man, I got to text Chris. And you were like, I got to text Eric. And then, because as soon as I got it, I was like, I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
So I was kind of upset, probably more than I should have been. I don't think it's unfair to start Royce. I just don't think it's a good decision. The way we were playing and what we were doing, and I don't think it's the reason we lost. But
I think we all know the reason we lost.
Yeah. Well, let's look at some stats coming in here. For this, the Galaxy is in blue. So expected goals 0.95 to 2.14. First half, before the red card, 0.4 to 0.2. Kind of not much going on in the game on either side of the ball.
It was 1-0 Colorado at halftime.
It was 1-0. But as far as chances go on either side, not a whole lot.
And it's nice because I asked in game one, the New York game, I said I would have loved to see what it was pre-red card, post-red card. So this actually is pretty accurate.
This is why I did it. This is why I did it. I did it for you.
Oh.
I did it for you.
You're too kind. You're too nice.
So 57% possession, 43%, 0.2, 0.4. Then we go to second half where, of course, the red card to Pec happens.
Yeah.
And you can see the difference there. We're at 37% possession second half. We just get overwhelmed. The expected goals go to 1.7 for them. Odd that we're at 0.76, you might think, but we scored a goal before the red card. So I imagine most of that 0.76 is coming from that goal. We still created some big chances, total shots, yada, yada, yada. The same thing. If you look at the whole game in general, it's pretty 50-50 all the way down, except for expected goals. We even had more shots. It wasn't a great game for the Galaxy.
No, and kind of got away from what worked the game before.
Well, I mean, what worked the game before?
For
those maybe that didn't listen last time. What are you talking about? Like what did they?
So we were playing big diagonal balls from the back line to the wings, and we were getting great chances off of it. And it also helped that our outside backs were getting forward because it forced Charlotte to either say, okay, we're going to keep people high or we're going to drop them back. They decided to keep people high, and we got to play a 2v1 against their outside back. And I feel like we got away from it.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know if that's just like, again, we had this discussion last week. I don't know if that's just we got away from it or Colorado did a better job of maybe not allowing those diagonal balls so much. Mm-hmm. But I have the goals. Let's take a look at the goal one for Colorado. Let's see here. Let's just play this live. So Galaxy has possession. Surreal Yoshida passing it back and forth in the back. It's a forward pass to Yamane, who loses it. And here comes that counter. Glesnes attempts a tackle, does not get the tackle in. One-on-one versus Yoshida. And he takes Yoshida and Mitrovic and scores.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm going to tell you what I see a little bit in this play. And again, it's just little, we're dissecting a play. Can't lose the ball here, obviously.
No. And
I don't know if it's really his fault. It's a tough pass into a tough space. He mistraps it. We're talking about Yamane. Misplays, mistraps, misturns the ball in midfield. It's a little harsh because, he's in tight space. It's definitely, he's got pressure coming from really close. He's got pressure coming from behind and pressure. He's basically surrounded. He's in a tough spot. But they win this ball, and they come here, and
that was the issue I had there.
This is definitely an issue. But again, so Glesnes attempts a tackle and does not win the ball. And you have to. If you're going to commit this much, you got to win the ball there. Because if he doesn't commit to that, he's still back here, and we're still in good shape.
Yeah.
But, people make mistakes. This kind of thing, I feel like this happens. I would only be overly concerned about this if Glesnes was doing this game in, game out, and it was a problem. And so far, it hasn't been. So, not that Glesnes gets a pass. It was a mistake, and it led to an opportunity, which led to a goal. So, I think he's at fault, but I don't think it's too much to be concerned about because it's not a pattern.
But it's also something that you would not expect your MLS best 11 defender to make.
But, he's going to make mistakes. He's going to make mistakes this year. Here's the next thing I notice. If we look at this freeze frame right here, we have Glesnes, Surreal, Winder, and Yamane trailing behind. What is that, 5 yards? 4 yards?
It's like anywhere between 5 and 8, 5 and 10, depending on who you're talking about.
Again, this is a little. I don't want to dig so much at the two center mids as much as highlight. Look at where we're at and watch where Glesnes ends versus the two who are right next to him and Yamane. Okay. So Yamane's 6-7 yards behind. This ball comes in. You can see now the shot is being taken. Glesnes has worked himself all the way, almost all the way back to help defend this. Like he's just a yard off, maybe 2, from providing that support that Yoshida maybe needs to make a tougher tackle. Yamane has passed Winder, so he's made up 8-9 yards in a transitional period. Mm-hmm. And that's a little concerning to me. Again, I wouldn't
about Yamane not being able to get all the way back?
Or even
what of this?
Or even the center mids not showing the commitment to drop. If Glesnes got back here, then these two guys should have been able to get back here too. Mm-hmm. And maybe one more might be in a better spot. It forces some things. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
If it's a single thing, if it's a single time. So I don't want to nitpick on it too much. But I do want to highlight that Glesnes, let's watch real time from this point. You watch Glesnes, he is committed, like he is sprinting back, right? And I think that's pretty. I want to highlight that. He made a mistake, but at least he was working back to make up for his mistake, and that's good.
I'm with you.
Besides that, I don't know. There's not much you can do. Yoshida should have done better, I feel like. But, I mean, that the ball just gets through. People might say Mitrovic maybe should do better here. Okay.
Yeah, I was looking at that part because, I mean, it looks like, Yoshida keeps him on the outside of him, forces him towards the foot where he would have a worse angle, doesn't allow him to get inside.
Yeah.
And as a goalkeeper, I know you don't want to give up your inner post, but you got to know this ball is only going one place.
I mean, that's right.
It's
not side net.
No, there are a lot of things that contribute to this.
Yeah.
And again, we can be really nitpicky because we're watching it in slow motion. We're watching it in a closed loop, and yeah, we can
be nitpicky. But all this stuff happens all the time, right? If a goal goes in, mistakes happen. It gets under Yoshida's foot. Okay, Mitrovic doesn't make doesn't make a good save. Yeah. Okay. Glesnes misses his tackle. It's kind of like these errors. And as long as those errors don't continually pop up, it's a one and done. We're fine.
I do want to say on that goal, the willingness of Yoshida to, while the ball was kind of being played around in typical Galaxy fashion, the fact that he picked up his head and was like, all right, let me try and make a pass that's going to be somewhat penetrating to break the lines. I want to give
you like that pass. I don't know if I like that pass.
The idea.
The idea, sure.
The idea is what I'm going for. The execution could have been better.
And so here's our goal.
Yeah.
Let me mute this. Off a corner kick. It's the second phase of our corner kick. So first phase, Yoshida wins it, gets cleared off, pretty good. Pec brings it down, shot, then across the back post. Klaus gets up, puts it in. And that's pretty good for a couple reasons, too. Second phase of set pieces has been pretty poor for Galaxy last year.
Well, usually we didn't even get a second phase because we would be so
It'd be
horrendous.
coming down our throat,
yeah,
and we'd be defending a counterattack. So getting that second phase in, scoring, great. And the clock right now is a 56 minute. It's 1-1, and you're thinking, okay, a tie wouldn't be. We talked about this. Well, a tie's not so bad. We're in Colorado. It's altitude. We're from California, bro, and there's piled up snow over here. This is not an easy game.
And that's the second game in a row. Number one, João Klaus can't stop scoring in the MLS. That's what, fourth? That's his fourth goal in 3 games.
Yep.
Okay. Secondly, that's the second goal of this type where it's been a right-footed. Hold on. Let me say it again. It was a right-footed cross from Pec.
Which was one of your criticisms of him last year was, hey, can you please use that right foot? And he's used it this year. Yeah.
Yeah. And then instead of this one being low and driven, he stood it up. João Klaus did a very good job. And that just shows how good he is in the air to nod this one down and in. And it's great.
It's a good goal. And we're in a good spot. Except if you look at our title screen there, Chris, shocker, Pec goes from 0 to hero.
But wait a second. Why was he even a 0 to begin with?
Well, because he got a red card.
In typical Galaxy fashion.
I guess he goes from hero to 0 in this one.
From this one. He's
a hero.
Yeah.
And then we fast forward. I'm not sure what minute it was. If we can look at the match report here. So that was what, the 58th minute we went up 1-0. It'll have
the 56th minute it was tied.
Oh, I mean it was tied, yes.
56th minute.
And the red card 60th minute.
Okay.
So we didn't last very long.
No, that was a grand total of about 4 minutes.
That's another thing, right? That's really tough in sports is to get that high and like we're doing it and then immediately shoot yourself in the foot.
Well, let's look at this little fun tidbit. The NYC game had a player suspended at the end of last year who couldn't play the first game.
First of all, a stoppage time red card in a season that was your last game guaranteed. You could have won 93-1 and it was still your last game.
Yeah.
And somehow Surreal still managed to get ejected in the last game of the season in stoppage time when all he has to do is go, well, I'm not going to do that at this point of the season. What's the point of doing that?
So there's that, number one. So he can't play New York City. Then in the NYC game, Garces gets red carded. So now we have a second guy suspended.
Double yellow on that too.
Double yellow on that. So now the second guy is suspended for the Charlotte game. We had a guy who wasn't even on the field red carded in the second leg of the CONCACAF Champions Cup.
That's right. It wasn't on the field.
Wasn't even on the field. Got the red card. Charlotte, everybody decided to have their good boy hats on. There was no naughtiness there. And then Pec gets red carded in this game for a double yellow.
So a lot of team discipline issues.
What is going? And you said it last episode, and we talked about it earlier yesterday.
It was a joke.
Yeah,
it was a joke.
You were kidding. It was only a joke for us, we thought.
Well, we knew Pec was going to be suspended at some point due to yellow card accumulation.
Yeah, because
and so I joked, well, Pec's working on his red card.
I thought it would take him 5 games.
Call me Nostradamus because Pec turned around and got a red card immediately.
Yeah.
And things definitely go downhill from there.
But at 56 minutes, 56 minutes, tied at 1-1, both at 11. I honestly thought after that João Klaus goal, I go, we're going to come back and win this one.
I thought at least tie, maybe 2-1 win. We had the momentum. We were creating chances before that. We started getting the lion's share of possession. It looked pretty good.
Yeah.
And then
we go to 10. Go to 10.
75th minute. Ball this is off a throw-in. They reset it all the way to the goalkeeper off their own throw-in.
It would help if everybody could see it.
It would help if everybody could see it. But my voice is so good and my descriptions are so great. It's just like you were there.
Are you going to audition to take Joe Totino's place on the radio call when he retires?
I'm not as good as Joe Totino.
Then let's show him the video.
So here they are in their the center back with the ball all the way in their half. Play through the middle. Little combo play out wide. Cross gets cut back across everybody. Goal.
It's just way too easy.
I mean, and I watched this, like we are right now, like just kind of analyzing, like what goes wrong. Again, you could say, oh, we got to win this. This is Yoshida, by the way. So here's Yoshida stepping up and not winning the tackle. I mean, you kind of have to step up and apply pressure there, though. But the problem with this is now he's not in the box on that second ball. So he steps way high, gets taken out of the play. Now we have 2 runners. I don't like this so much here. I mean, Glesnes has this guy. I guess Glesnes is maybe providing support to the ball, and he's taking this guy, and this guy's seen as less dangerous. I don't know.
Realistically, if you drew a line through the middle of the field from end line to end line, every single Galaxy defender is all on one side of that line.
Yes.
Which is crazy. And then
to let this cross go in, I think is a little cheap too, right? You got to stop the cross.
What is Yamane doing running all the way in? It's almost like
he's encouraging Glesnes. He's telling him, good job. You almost had that. I don't know why he's here. I don't know. I don't know why he's there.
This one comes down to decision making and soccer IQ.
It's a little, I think we get a little unlucky. They unbalance us. We're down a man. Guess where Pec came off of? I mean, that's Yamane's, teammate right there. He's on that side.
And fair enough.
Maybe Yamane's a little out of sorts.
Guess what? I have one question. In this entire clip that Mickey Yamane is in frame, does he ever once look to see who's behind him?
Well, let's see. Here he is. He's looking at the ball. He turns his head right here.
Okay.
Right there. He is ball watching the entire time. Yes.
This is a professional defender.
Not great. Not great. It actually gets worse though, because I think that might be you can kind of chalk that up to, okay, red card, we got overrun. This is bad. Colorado just takes the ball straight down the field. Zero pressure from midfield to the top of the box, shoots, scores off the rebound. Now, let's look at where this guy picks the ball up.
You have to keep going.
Right there, right?
Well, keep going.
Right, yeah, so right there.
Right there.
So he picks it up right there, which is what? 25, 30 yards on his own half.
I would say that's kind of like the mark of demarcation between the middle third and his own defensive third.
Right. So this is him entering the middle third, essentially.
Yes.
No pressure.
Nope.
Middle third, no pressure. He's now exiting the middle third, entering the attacking third, no pressure. Still no pressure. He gets all the way up to the 18-yard box and allowed to rifle.
He's about 22 yards out.
Rifle a shot.
Yeah.
Just on the outside of that 18. Not great. And if you look at this, one guy here. So Glesnes is marked here, or will be right now. I don't know who this is. A sub? I'm not sure. Cuevas. Looks like Cuevas. Cuevas looks like he's marked. Nelson, I think, is on now.
Mm-hmm.
And he's marked. Yoshida is not marked. right here. Yoshida right now should realize I'm a free man and should apply pressure on this ball. He never does. He never does. But let's talk about this rebound, Chris. Watch this rebound from our goalkeeper live. What? What the Sam hell was that, Mitrovic? He threw that ball in front of him.
Yeah.
It comes in here, and he puts it right. What is he doing?
Yeah.
It's right at him. This is not a tough save. This is not a tough save. I'm sorry. This ball's hitting him if he doesn't move. That's just going to hit him. All he has to do is push this ball the right direction,
or catch it.
It might be here. But let's say this guy scores. At least I'm like, okay, at least he pushed it wide. To push it back in front of your goal, that's bad. No pressure on the ball from like a 60, 70-yard run.
About that, yeah.
A nonchalant run, not even at speed. A nonchalant 60 to 70-yard run, essentially from their box to our box, free shot, then the worst rebound you've seen. This is like training ground stuff. Like, hey, I'm going to shoot the ball from the 18, parry it wide. Parries it in the middle, Navarro scores. That's a really bad goal.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
That's a really bad goal. Man up, man down, it doesn't matter. That's a bad goal.
And then the fourth one.
And then the fourth one.
89th minute.
I don't even know if I saw this one live because I was so ticked off. I just turned it off. So Yoshida wins the ball. We pass it to Cerrillo in the middle, who loses the ball. And we've talked about this is a reoccurring thing. The Galaxy giving up possession in their own defending third and then having the ball shoved right down their throat for a goal. This is atypical of last year. Typical of last year. And he gets it and just fires it. I dare you to tell me how Yoshida thinks he's going to block this shot with this attempt.
Yeah.
What? Bro, it looks like he pulled a recliner on a lazy boy. How is that?
Yeah.
It's just all kinds of bad. All kinds of bad on the last two goals for sure. The first two, I think you could kind of chalk up maybe a little bit to like, okay, first goal, all right, they score a goal. You're going to give up goals. People are going to make mistakes. Second goal, okay, we got a red card. They come down the flank where Pec's usually at. We get overrun a little bit. It's an unfortunate, just out of reach of Glesnes. But the third and fourth goal are all kinds of wrong.
Yeah.
And I have 3 notes from this game. I have, these might be kind of hot takes, but I don't know.
I'm interested.
I have Royce ain't it. I don't want him on the field.
Well,
he could come in late in games. He can come to see games out. I don't want him starting, period.
So let's pause right there for a second. Let's go back to what we said when we saw the original lineup.
But my thing is, the original lineup, our thought on the original lineup was to reward the players that did well.
Yeah,
but I'm flipping it now, and I'm going even a step further and saying, I don't want Roy starting.
And great. And the message I sent you was, okay, so we play a good game. Sanabria plays a good game, gets a goal, and then is rewarded by you get to sit on the bench.
Seems odd.
Make that make sense.
It seems odd.
Make it make sense.
And here's the thing. Players are just people like us, right? I mean, they're just people. So you got to think they're thinking the same things we are. They're thinking, why is Royce? Well, how did he take my spot with what he's doing on the field right now? I think I texted you during the game too, or maybe I talked to you the next day or something. There was a moment where the team was kind of pressing or attempting to press.
Yeah.
Not a high press because the Galaxy don't often press with complete vigor.
No.
But we were pressing a little bit. And Royce presses the left back to the center back, and then it kind of goes to the other back or something. And he's got one speed. I mean, he's pressing at the same speed, and it's not a fast speed. It's kind of like a jog press, no change of speed, no dynamic play. He ain't it, man. I don't want him on the field. I don't want him starting. It's not, he doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah.
He could see games out. He's good on the ball. He's calm. But in terms of taking it and leading an attack,
right,
he ain't it, man.
I hear you. Yeah, and, if you're Sanabria and you look at that and you go, really?
Right.
What do I?
He
What
has to be thinking that.
do I have to score a hat trick
He
in
has to
order
be
to keep my
thinking that.
starting spot? Like, what do I have to do?
He has to be thinking
So
that.
the fact that Greg Vanny looked at that and said, "Hey, this worked really well. Let's change it." Like,
Kind of crazy.
come
My next
on.
note was Yoshida shows again why we need to look to move on without him. Now,
Yes.
I don't think he was terrible, but I don't think he was great. And I think when you're not saving, when you're a center back and you're not making those last ditch saves, like we have seen in the first couple of games, Glesnes make like last ditch important tackles and saves. You're not getting that from Yoshida. And if we had two guys doing those kind of tackles or two guys you can rely on, okay. Yoshida's not it, man. I mean, we need to move on. We need to try, well, a little bit of a preview. We need to try the hack thing or give Garces a little bit more time and hope he can mature. But I just don't think Yoshida is going to be part of the best center back pairing that we have.
No, and I'd love to give Garces more time, but he has to find a way to not get suspended.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
Garces has his own problems, sure.
Yeah. Also, he was coming off of that, they mentioned that there was a little bit of a foot problem with him. So that could be,
I don't think he was available.
yeah. So that could have bled into this one.
And then my last note, which is clear as day, Pec has to figure out his discipline record. He's got to figure out what the heck he's doing on the field. He's got to knock off the petulant behavior, the body language, the complaining. He's got to knock all that off.
Yeah. Well, and you get that first yellow, and whether you agree it's yellow or not, I thought it was not,
It could go
not
either
borderline,
way. It could go
not
either
borderline,
way.
but okay. Referee decides to give you a yellow. Okay, you cannot go in for the second one. You have to
Stupid.
be smarter than that.
That second yellow was a yellow all day.
Yes.
He cannot complain about that second yellow.
No, and especially after you gave the assist to the guy who's been scoring, he's been scoring like crazy. You just got to look and go, okay, I cannot go in for everything, but I can still do my job while not being, in as hard as I want to. That's fine. Because I guarantee you if Pec stays on the field, we either see this out for a 1-1 draw, or again, I'm saying we win this.
It's
I'm saying we
possible.
win this game.
I think at least we get away with a point,
Yeah. Yeah. You don't
which
come
I
up-
think we would have been happy with before the game started.
I wouldn't have. I thought coming into this after everything.
Well, we said 4 wins, 1 tie, and this would be looking at the schedule, this is the tie.
Okay, so you saw this one. Okay,
Because I think I think we should beat Mount Pleasant, and I think we should beat Kansas City at home. So if there was going to be a tie,
okay.
I thought this
All right.
this would be it.
I'm with you. The only reason I was saying that is because, well, we're going to get into the Mount Pleasant thing. I thought it was going to be the second Mount Pleasant game, just for reasons I will state.
Maybe.
For reasons I will state later.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, coming out of this, the one thing that I'm most not upset about, but the thing that shows the most concern, at least for me, is how long is Joseph Painsley going to be out? He was removed holding a hamstring.
And I tried to look up before. It is now Thursday, like 5 days after that game,
Mm-hmm.
and I still can't find any reliable news. And this really
About how long it's
this is stupid. Like I don't understand the non-transparency when it comes to, like, they know, they've done tests, they know what's going on. Why is there not a timetable for the people who care about this team
And
when
this-
they could expect their star player back?
Yeah.
It's stupid.
and this is us kind of being spoiled with watching top tier English soccer. Is
Well, here's the thing. They would hide it too, but the EPL mandates that
Yeah.
they must legally
yes,
report this data.
yeah, and so I think because of that, we are so used to that information being available, within a matter of 24, 48 hours, that we're like, okay,
Well,
what's coming up?
MLS needs to create like a press release like team,
Like a transparency
that
rule.
you have to report to within
Yeah.
a certain window, and then they create that report that gets sent out to everybody.
Yeah. So
I've always been like this. If you want to be taken seriously, then take yourself seriously.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason to hide any of this stuff. If you want to say we're a professional league, then treat yourself like a professional league and release all this stuff. It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's a pet peeve of mine, but
Yeah. But to walk away from Colorado like this, it's
smashed.
Yeah. Yeah. And then.
So I watched the press conference. Okay. I watched the press conference. And they had Glesnes and Vanny, of course. And Vanny is typical Vanny. I did like that Glesnes. He kind of, he wasn't passionate, but he was accountable. He was kind of like, we can't let this happen. Like, we can't be doing this. And his point was like, I understand we get a red card and it's something we can't control. And we go down 2-1 and maybe we can't control that. But I liked what he said. He kind of said like, but 3-1 and then 4-1, like these are things in our control and we can't let games get out of control. Even if it's a loss, a 2-1 loss is a whole lot different than a 4-1 loss. And we got to figure that part of it out.
Yeah.
So, and then of course, Vanny got up and was like, I don't know. I just, we hope he learns from it. And you'll like this. You'll like this. You didn't watch it, I assume.
I didn't watch it. I
don't know what I watched it. I was bored. Sophie, who has been on Corner of the Galaxy, she's an Arsenal fan, so she's great.
Okay.
She asked him your question. She said, Greg, would you ever consider fining players for these types of behaviors and putting the team in a bad spot? Like, would you ever consider fining players for these yellow cards and putting themselves and the team in a bad position? She just straight up asked him, "What can we fine? Are you?" And he was like, I don't know. I'm kind of against that. But then he kind of reverses and goes like, I don't know. I mean, if it continues, it's something we might have to think about. I don't know. It was just funny because I was like, oh, I thought as soon as she asked, I was like, oh, that's Chris is be so happy that question got asked. He kind of says no, basically, but
I can't believe that's.
But she even words it like, hey, in other leagues and other teams, you get fined for these things. Like, is that something we're considering? No. Okay. Well,
hold on. You got to do it in the Vanny voice. Well, I mean, it's not something we want to do, but it keeps going on. We may have to tell him, naughty boy.
I mean, like I've said before, you take things with a grain of salt individually, but when patterns arise, you have to take things seriously. And there's definitely a pattern of a bad disciplinary record that it's on Vandy's shoulders. He's got to figure it out. He's got to talk to those guys. He's got to make sure we can't continue this behavior on the pitch. It's costing us points.
Yeah.
Right. And the other things, I guess we gave up a goal in standard fashion like we did last year. We gave up the ball in our own defending third, but I'm not. It was the first time, so I'm not going to put too much in that. We got smashed 4-1, but again, I'm not going to put too much weight on that.
Well, three of those goals came after the red card.
And as long as Glesnes and Cerrillo and the rest of the guys, they learn from it and it improves, not a problem. Just as long as we don't see 4-1 schlackings again, Yeah. As long as they figure it out, it's not a problem. So I'm not too concerned with that, and I'm kind of actually positive with the Glesnes' reaction was saying like, "Hey, we lost, but the way we lost, that can't happen. We can't let that third goal go in. We can't let that fourth goal go in. Mm-hmm. We have to find a competitive edge just to keep it 2-1.
Yeah,
if that's what we got to do, that's what we do.
Yeah, and so now looking forward before we get to the Mount Pleasant game. Let's look just at the outside wingers. Who do you think? Well, first of all, let's say this: if you are putting the lineup card together, you get to the part where you have your three central midfielders. You're gonna have João Klaus up top. No Pec because of suspension. Probably no Paintsel because of injury. Who are you playing on the outside?
Me?
You have to make the decision.
I have a feeling I know what Vanny's gonna do, but
no. You.
No Pec, no Paintsel.
No Pec, no Paintsel.
I mean, not talking about the Mount Pleasant game.
No. Don't worry about that.
Well, I'm just. It informed me a little bit in terms of. I'm not sure I would start Tommy, where I kind of would have before. I think I would go with Harbor Miller for sure.
Herb Miller on one side.
Yeah, that's a lock for me.
Okay.
And then the other side, I'm hesitant to say Cuevas because they're very similar players on both sides now, and it's kind of doesn't give you like different looks and different dimensions. So that would be the only concern if I did Harbor Cuevas. So I might go somebody like Harvard Parente and slide and kind of do a weird thing on one of those wings, like push in and let like you could do it on out A side or something, right? Like put Harbor Miller on the right and let him run, and put like Sanabria or Winder on the left and have them kind of push in as another center mid and have Aude kind of become the guy on the outside.
Okay.
So I think I would do that and keep Cuevas on the bench just because I think it's just too much of the same if you put both those players.
Okay.
What would you do?
Harbor Miller was a 1,000% lock for me.
Yeah.
I was going to do Harbor Miller. Except I would go a 3-back.
Oh, you're changing everything.
I would go a 3-back. And that's why I would play Cuevas.
Yeah, if you go 3-back,
I would go Harbor Miller Cuevas, and it would be something really interesting. I think Eric Tommy still needs a little bit of time to come in and get some actual game.
The reason
fitness.
Another reason I would go with Harbor Miller 100% like is because he just hasn't had time, and you need to use him, and he's proven he's useful, right? And I think Parente has not got a real shot yet. I don't know if he's been injured or what.
Yeah, I wouldn't be upset going, the normal formation that's been playing with Parente on the other side.
I mean that's what I would do. I didn't really think about changing the formation. That didn't even cross my mind. I just tried to work with the current formation, and I think I would just play
but
like a.
Here's my thing: if we stick with the current formation, I'm starting to lose faith in Mickey Amane.
Well, Mickey Amane he had a couple good games, to be fair, but he's also super inconsistent, and he does make mistakes. I mean, in that Charlotte game, he played really well.
Yeah.
And this is another criticism that we've had of Pec too, right? And he's done this too. Pec, the up and down nature of Pec's performances, the bottom needs to raise, right?
Yeah.
The upper's there for Pec this year right now. He's been standout in several games, including the Mount Pleasant game, which I guess we'll kind of get into. I'll just bring the stats up while we talk. But he was excellent in several games, including the Mount Pleasant game. He got that assist. He was great in the Charlotte game. And then he's making mistakes and just key mistakes,
Yeah.
And I think Yoshida's kind of the same spot. Like he's good at times and baffling at times.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I am concerned about him for sure. The Mount Pleasant game, we started with Marcinkowski in goal. We saw the Glasnes Heck thing. We didn't think we were going to see the Glasnes hack thing, but we got it.
Oh my gosh.
Nelson and Cuevas.
Wait a second. We went back to the midfield trio that won us a game.
Surreal, Winder, Sanabria, that midfield trio. Where they put Tommy on one side, Pec on the other, because of course Pencil's unavailable, and Klaus up top.
And Harbor Miller came on for Eric Tommy, didn't he?
Harbor Miller came on at some point.
Or Cuevas.
Harbor Miller came out for Tommy in the 62nd minute.
Wow. Yeah, I knew that.
Parente, I mean, it's kind of weird that Parente's getting in the 80th minute. He's a guy that gave a lot of key minutes last year. So I don't know if he's coming off injury or what.
Yeah.
And I'm not super high on him. I would have just thought he would have.
This is a perfect game for him.
Yeah.
This is a perfect game for him.
So 3-0. 3-0 doesn't tell the whole story. It was kind of a frustrating game.
Well, seeing the whole game.
We're green on the stats in this one.
Yeah. Which you would expect.
76% possession, 4.26 expected goals, 10 big chances. I mean,
here's my thing though. You took 31 shots and only forced the keeper to save it 9 times.
That was one of the problems we had. Definitely, is we were extremely wasteful with big opportunities. We had 10 big chances and scored 3 goals.
That's ridiculous.
I'm at a 30% conversion rate on big chances, and big chances mean that's like they're supposed to be scoring your big chances essentially, right?
You want at least
50% or maybe a little lower than 50, but
Yeah. And I was keeping track of it because I had my own personal stuff going on. I was keeping track of it, and it was 1-0 at halftime, and I'm like, this is exactly what we talked about.
It was super stressful because they were. I mean, when I say they, I mean the main culprit here, unfortunately, because he's had a couple of games. Klaus was so wasteful in front of goal in this game.
And especially with the MLS goals he scored, you look at that and okay, maybe this was just one of those.
Yeah,
maybe it's just one of those days.
People have off days.
Yeah, and guess what? If it was him not having a goal yet and he has one of these games, okay, then maybe there's cause for concern, cause for maybe we try it. But the fact that he has 4 goals in 3 MLS games, kind of played not a great cameo in the San Miguelito tie. I'm not worried about that. What I am worried about is seeing that it was 1-0 at halftime and thinking back to what we said last week of you got to put this game away and you have to put it away quickly because you don't want to get late into the game and still have your big guns out there and have something happening. And what happened?
I mean, look at this shot map, bro.
And you can only manage 3.
Yeah, that was a lot of shots. It
should have been 3-0.
It was
in the
frustrating.
First half.
It was wasteful. We did have a goal.
Here, let's look at that. Just look at the first half.
Yeah, the first half we had 6 big chances,
big
16
chances,
shots.
No, that you had it had to be 3-0 at halftime. With what went on,
Yeah, I didn't pull any video from this because it's kind of you don't learn a lot when you're. I mean, we played Mount Pleasant without 10 of their starters. Which, by the way,
another problem.
Some more news came out from because there was a kind of a little bit of a hub about this, but CONCACAF came out and said they kind of put it on Mount Pleasant. So I don't know what's going on now, but they kind of said, hey, Mount Pleasant had plenty of time to do the processes they needed to do this, and I guess they waited too long, and the U.S. said no, but it was kind of on their end that maybe they waited too long. So I'm not sure if it was just like the U.S. visa screwed them over, or if they in fact just didn't file paperwork in a timely manner, and that was the problem.
Well, and I mean, we all know that CONCACAF has all their ducks in a row.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
for sure.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing that's concerning too is these goals. They happen as you would expect. I mean, so we have what? The 96th and 89th are the second and third goal. And the reason that I would expect this is because fitness levels of a professional team like LA Galaxy versus a professional team like Mount Pleasant are not on the same, they're not even on the same stratosphere, right? I mean, the fitness level and the ability for Galaxy to bring in subs is so much higher than the Mount Pleasant team that you would expect a couple late goals because of tired legs and the LA Galaxy are still going. So these goals are great, don't get me wrong, but I think they speak a lot more to, hey, we're just a more fit team and a more physically fit team. And so we scored some late goals because they're cramping and they're chasing the ball the whole time, as opposed to, hey, we created great opportunities out of the run of play in a good game. But to his credit, Pec does rebound. He is the villain on Saturday night as he gets a red card and basically dooms the team. And in this game gets his first hat trick. Yeah. And the first hat trick in Champions Cup for Galaxy? I think so. Did they say someone else scored a hat trick? And I don't know. Anyways, it's a rare occurrence to score a hat trick, let alone a hat trick in Champions Cup. So, and he had a good game. So the only thing I hope, man, I mean, maybe, Chris, that stupid red card was the best thing to happen maybe it's a wake-up call for Pec, who goes, you know what? This is kind of the criticism people have of me, and I just went out and proved them all right. Maybe there's something to this. Maybe I got to figure this part of my game out, and maybe he is now. And he had a great game. But again, my concern, well, Pec already is better than Pec last year.
Yes.
Now, can he just stop the up and down nature and just maintain a really high level game in and game out.
Yeah.
And if he does that, then we're going to be a tough team to beat because he's pretty good. But even, I mean, there's not much to say. I mean, we had 74% of the ball, so 76%. Sorry if you look at all.
That's not saying much.
31 shots, 7 corner kicks, 655 passes there, 207. I mean, they just chased the game the whole time.
Yeah.
And luckily, by the end of the game, the Galaxy put a pretty good stamp on this game to put us in really good position. But they left it to pretty late to do that. Harbor Miller did score a goal that got called back, which is a little, I don't know. It was a handball on Klaus in the buildup, which is probably about 20 to 25 seconds before the goal goes in. And the handball was a little, the ball kind of pops up and hits Klaus's hand, and it got called all the way back for that, even though that really didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
So Harbor Miller does score a goal, and it was a pretty good sequence. Of course, again, they're tired, and we bring on Harbor Miller. I mean, a guy that's going to run at you and is pretty good. So he got a goal, but it got called back. But we end 3-0, and I mean, this is kind of what we asked for. It's not the way we wanted it.
No.
It didn't look the way I wanted it to look. We were wasteful. I would have liked it to be 3-0 in the first 20 minutes because it could have been 3-0 in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we're like, wow, we handled it, and it was well, there's a bug in here. Anyways, and then we handled it, but in the end of the day, we handled it.
Yeah.
It gives Galaxy the breathing room I think they need to go into the next 2 games they have this year, this week, because we have a couple games this week now. We play Kansas City on Saturday at 6:30. That's interesting. Kind of like that. We'll be home by about 9:30 instead of 10:30, 11.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, so that's a home game. So get out to the digs if you can. Unfortunately, no Pec, no Paintsel.
No.
Hopefully, it'll be no problem, but we'll see.
I sure hope so.
And it'll be interesting again to see the lineup we run out. I'm looking at what are we going to do at those outsides, obviously for Pec and Paintsel, and what is he going to do at center back? It's a big question mark. Because I really think we need to run that hack Glesnes thing against a decent team to see does this have possibility here?
Well, last time we played Kansas City, Joseph Paintsel scored a hat trick. That's not going to repeat itself this weekend.
The bad news is we're playing Kansas City, and Kansas City has a former G, and former Gs love to score goals against us.
Oh, you mean like he did the last time we played him?
Cabral scored a goal against us. Yeah. Okay, Cabral doesn't score many goals. So, yeah, Dejan Joveljic is on Kansas City, of course, and he's coming to town. I'm sure he'll get a pretty good applause. Kansas City's recent results, they lost 3-0 to San Jose at San Jose.
Okay.
They tied at home to Columbus 2-2. And they lost at home to San Diego 1-0. San Diego's a pretty good team. So they're not doing too hot. They're 2 losses and a tie in MLS right now. And they're not expected to do very well. This, I mean, I would have called it a must-win coming a week ago. Do you still call it a must-win without Pec and Paintsel?
Yes.
Okay.
I always do.
I mean,
it's a must-win against a team that is definitely inferior, and it's at home. Like we said at the beginning of the year, you want to do your best to at least walk away with a point away from home, and you have to win your home games.
Got to win, especially when you're playing Kansas City. Yeah.
No, this is definitely a must win.
If San Diego's in town or LAFC in town or Seattle's in town, those games can get back and forth, and maybe a good,
those are toss-ups,
a good 1-1 or 3-3 tie is like, man, that was a great game and we played well. Kansas City, you got to beat Kansas City, right?
Yeah, because I guarantee you at some point we're gonna get to close to the end of the season, and what's gonna happen is we're gonna be like,
you start adding all those drop points up, and
yep. So points at the beginning of the year count the same exact way as points at the end of the year.
Right.
If you get all your points at the beginning of the year and you make sure that you're set, then points at the end of the year just feel like bonuses.
Right. Yeah.
But if you're trying to play catch up, it almost seems like it's unattainable.
I mean, Kansas City is not.
No.
Their turnover was huge. They got a new coach. They weren't great last year. Plus, they lost a ton of players. I know we're going to be without 2 of our 3 DPs, but I think we still have the talent to get it done.
Oh, we need to. We absolutely need to. And I don't want to say this, but it almost feels like if you know you're not a starter, okay, and this could go for anybody. If you know you're not a starter, well, the one way to become a starter is what does the coach want to see out of me in my position? Well, if you see that Gabriel Pec is given assist after assist after assist to João Klaus and it's going like that, I'd go to that forward and I go, hey, where do you want this ball? I'm going to get in. I'm going to get into a crossing situation. Where do you want this ball? I would put it anywhere you want it so that you can score goals and we can win games. Because then that's how Harbor Miller, Isaiah Parente, and Mauricio Cuevas are going to get more time.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, for Pec and Paintsel, I mean, these things happen, and you hope you have a good enough bench and organization to where these are seen as opportunities, and you find a new Galaxy hero in this, right? This is Harbor Miller's chance, or Cuevas' chance, or Parente's chance, or whoever Vanny goes to say, hey, you haven't been giving me time. I can do this, and I deserve more time, and that's what you're hoping to see. And maybe you get a new start. Maybe Harbor Miller plays so well, it's like we can't keep him off the field. Like we got to figure out what we're going to do. And now we have a Harbor Miller, Pec, Paintsel problem because all 3 are playing really well.
It's a great problem to have,
right? So that's what you hope happens. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
And then Thursday, we play Thursday, March 19th, the following Thursday. So this weekend, Saturday, Kansas City at home, 6:30 p.m., Apple TV, of course, but you can get your tickets and see that in person. Then Thursday, March 19th, in Jamaica at Mount Pleasant, 4 p.m., Fox Sports 2. Or, I guess you get your plane tickets and tickets to go see it.
You make a vacation out of it.
I guess.
Right around spring break. Yeah. Spend a little time in Montego Bay.
Yeah. I'm sure it's going to be a super exciting game in the long grass of Jamaica against a B Galaxy team. But, I don't know. So that's our upcoming schedule. In a couple little pieces of news here then, just Galaxy general news here. I don't know if you caught this. I'm sure most people did catch this. We did extend Jacob Glesnes already to another contract through what? Galaxy announced today the club has agreed to a contract extension with defender Jakob Glesnes through the 2028-29 season. All right, so we have him through the 28-29 season. So we're in the 26-7, 27-8, 28. So he'll be here for that first calendar shift season for sure.
Yeah.
And then he's kind of older, so who knows what happens after that. But I think that's a smart move, though. So
seeing in that one, how we acquired him for $1.1 million in general allocation money. Did you see the list of? I think MLS sent it out. The list.
Oh yes.
So MLS released a list that showed how much general allocation money each team has left as of, I think it was earlier this week.
Right.
Do you want to take a guess? I think you already seen this.
Oh, I know. I saw it.
So let me see. So you saw it. Do we think that the Galaxy have like $1 million in general allocation money?
100,000, 150,000?
Well, we definitely can't be that low. I would say like somewhere between like 650, $750,000.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we were talking at one point, right? That maybe we were bringing in some other players, right?
We were. I mean, if we're down to $100,000 in general allocation money, I think we may have pooled something. There may have been a backroom deal in place. If we only have that much money, it was a little lower than that.
Hey, we did our job. I mean, if the job was to spend every dollar you got, Galaxy made that. I don't know how they added up all their contracts and ended up at the end of the day, literally there's a table and everyone has like $1 million, 400,000, 6 million. Galaxy, Zero.
$0
Not
in general
$100.
allocation money.
Not $0. Only one other team on that list is like super low. I think Miami. Miami has like $980 or something stupid like that. But Galaxy somehow have zero. They cooked the books so well. They came out with zero general allocation money. They spent every single gam they got.
Yeah.
That's impressive. I guess job well done, Phil Kuntz.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you spent every dollar you got. That's pretty good.
Now, as long as it results in end product.
Here's what kind of upsets me a little bit. So, we finally have news on former Galaxy player Diego Fagundes looks to be re-signing with the New England Revolution. Good for him. I think he started there.
Thumbs up.
I think that he started there. So I'm glad he's landing somewhere. But now that I started the season, I've always had this feeling. I'm just doubling down on this feeling. I don't like Royce. I don't think he's got what it takes. And we signed a contract extension for him, and we let this guy go. And now, to be fair, wasn't a huge Fagundes fan either. But I would take Fagundes over Royce right now. And we let Fagundes go, and we re-signed Royce. Now, I know you couldn't do anything else because you had Royce this year anyways, and you didn't have the free agent. Clearly, we have $0, so we didn't have any room to re-sign Diego Fagundes. But in a different world, I would have liked to keep Diego Fagundes and got rid of Royce. I just have never seen it. There's been glimpses from Royce because he's calm and he's smooth and he's talented. But that only works on a team that's got like everything working, right? Like if you could just drop him in and it's already working, his vision, his touch, it's going to go a long way for you. But in terms of being the guy creating the chances,
he's not that anymore.
He's not that anymore. And so we had Fagundes kind of playing that role last year. And I think Fagundes, clearly did okay because we had a great end of the season. Yeah. So he clearly did okay in that position. We just couldn't re-sign him. So I'm glad he's landing somewhere. He was well liked by everyone at the Galaxy, by the players for sure.
Yeah,
he was like one of the people everyone always talked about, and he was like the team barber, and he had all kinds of things going on, man. And he just seems like a really cool dude. So I'm glad he's landing somewhere. He was initially started in New England, so I think it's a good spot for him to end up.
So now here's the question: do we play?
Yeah, he began his career at New England.
Do we play New England this year?
That's a good question. Let's see. He would get a pretty big. Here we go. What would they? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, right there.
Right there. And we
September.
play them at home.
Awesome.
September 5th.
So everybody mark your calendars for September 5th. Diego Fagundes is going to come back and score a hat trick.
100%, dude. 100%.
We're gonna lose.
He's probably trying to get Cabral right now to New England so they can score 7 goals.
We're going to lose 5-4 because Fagundes and Cabral score 5 goals.
Zonka's going to be playing center back. He's going to head 3 in. Former G's love to bite you.
Well, again, like we said, with Kansas City coming up, and the last time we played Kansas City, Dejan Joveljic actually scored a goal. And so it's just, oh, man.
Yeah, Dejan leaving was not Galaxy's fault, though.
Can we not talk about this?
Yeah, it's sad.
I don't want to get emotional again.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about it.
He'll get I'm sure he's going to get a good applause this Saturday when his name gets announced.
I'm really interested. I'm just interested to see what is going through Greg Vanney's head and what he decides to do.
I think I'm going to predict right now Tommy starts on the outside. And what's the safest bet he could do on the other side? Tommy is a safe bet. And I think he will go with Cuevas. I think if he goes with Tommy, it'll land with Cuevas on the other side because Tommy's safer. Cuevas is a little bit more
That's interesting.
adventurous forward. I think he's going to go Tommy Cuevas. But
that's an interesting one. See, what my whole thing with Greg
Royce was hurt. That they said he was unavailable for the Mount Pleasant game. So
okay,
I don't know if he'll be available.
Yeah, but he's on like the every 3 game plan.
Well, I hope the Saturday's an every 3 game, not every 3 game.
Yeah. But But also, he's either going to do something super predictable or he's going to do something that's just off the wall.
This is the thing too, and this is how I think he thinks. And I don't know if it's a bad thing or not, but I think he looks at Kansas City and goes, "Not a great team, so let's play safe. Let's play it safe and put out the safest things I can, which means Yoshida and Glesnes and Tommy, and let's not shoot for Harbor Miller and stuff because it's a little bit unpredictable. And since we're already gonna be better than this team, I understand the thought process, but it ends up being he gets criticized for being overly safe and overly predictable in his decision making and his choices and his lineups.
Well, we're just gonna make sure we can do things defensively and we can be safe.
Greg? Oh, that was you.
That was me.
Wow.
Sorry.
I thought Greg was here.
Yeah. Oh, it's just like
he seems like a super nice guy and the guys love him.
And fine.
He's not passionate.
Fine.
Like you and I, we're very passionate people. Maybe that's why we're not on the sidelines of high level soccer. We just can't handle. I was on the sideline, just for everyone listening, of a game coaching with Chris.
Oh God.
And he
You don't have to bring this up.
he was passionate. I'm just gonna say it there. He was passionate. That's all I'm gonna say. And he was passionate all the way to the parking lot, Maybe that's why we're not on the sidelines.
We don't talk about that.
If you were Greg Vanny, you would just be like, I didn't like that call, referee. I think that call was ridiculous. And I think we lost the game because of some of the calls you made. But anyways, well.
I stopped blaming officials years ago.
I now hate myself and only blame me. Like a true coach. Okay. Well, I mean, that's all I got.
Yeah, it's we're gonna see how this plays out.
I'm not super pessimistic right now. I think the Colorado thing went off the rails. That can kind of happen. As long as we learn from it, we'll be okay. I'm a little concerned about no Pec, no Paintsel, and what we're going to do to overcome that. That is a little bit of a concern for me. Luckily, we're playing Kansas City and Mount Pleasant, so maybe Paintsel can be back by the time we're playing a better team, and hopefully, which we should be able to, this team should get it across the line against Kansas City and Mount Pleasant without those two players.
Yeah, that should. If we can't, we don't deserve it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, we cannot walk away from Kansas City with a loss and say, well, if we had our two players, no. We are good enough to beat Kansas City at home with what we got.
Yes,
and we need to handle business. So, all right, well, leave a comment, leave a like, hit subscribe. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you want us to talk about, and we appreciate you listening and watching.
Yeah, and go support the boys at the Digs on Saturday, and
Yep.
And we'll be there watching. We'll be cheering them on from Southern California. We're not making the Jamaica trip unless there's something you haven't told me.
Nah, I'm not.
No, you're not making. Okay.
No, I'm not gonna go.
All right,
not this time. Not this
okay.
time.
All right. The next time the Galaxy make it to Jamaica, we'll be there.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.
Awesome. See you guys.